Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to show a game between Leko and Anand in 2003. This is Amber Rapid, Monte Carlo, and Anand is playing black. So let's see the game. E4. Leko is generally, he played all his life E4, but he was considered very dull, boring player. Bishop B5, A6, Knight F6. Bishop e7, so Anand is going for this Ruy Lopez martial attack. Rook e1, b5, and castles. So now if white wants to play anti-martial, they normally play a4 here. And after something like b4, then c3 is not the best move. They play something like d3, and black has more space, and white cannot just tackle black on the queen side, but just it's considered that black is a little bit... black is okay in this anti-martial games. But Leko played c3, going for this main line, takes, and knight e5. White captures important pawn on e5, but black has this very strong initiative. c6, defending the knight, and Leko goes back. Now d3 is more popular, waiting for this bishop d6, and then only returning the rook to e1, and just the good thing about d3 is that bishop already does some work defending the this king side, and also you can play knight to d2 at some point. Okay, so they played bishop d6, g3, important to protect h4, because queen h4 is very unpleasant, attacking the king, and black has to spend some time now to locate the queen. Bishop f5, and bishop e3. So in this opening, white's idea is to exchange more pieces. For them, it's very important to develop the pieces, and then they will be a pawn up. But black utilizes these light squares, yeah, because even though white has this bishop on b3, but it doesn't really protect the king, and of course g3 is weakening greatly these light squares. And d2, you don't want to play knight f3 because then it's pinned and basically loses the game. Queen c1, he could try to repeat the moves by queen going to d2 to d1, but Leko wants a full game. Knight f3, knight h4, the strongest move actually, even though I cannot say I like it a lot because it's bad knight there, but it appears that hard to find a good square for this knight. If you play something like bishop to d1, then this rook on a1 and queen is totally lose connection, and black again gets a lot of tactical ideas. And they exchanged the piece. White naturally wants to get some exchanges, to exchange rooks. Very nice extra pawn sacrifice by Anand. He opens up the king, and also he notices that this pawn is very weak. Very strong suit of Anand is, to see this how to win back this pawn, but not immediately, but in a couple of moves. Very strong idea, I think. And even though he's down 2 pawns, he goes into the endgame, proposing the exchange of queens. But again, this f4 is weak and b2 is weak, so black can even afford to go into the endgame. Leko saves his pawn, and then Anand says no, then we don't exchange the queens. And knight f4. Actually, I like the black's position. It's knight h3, threatens mate. And even though there are 2 pawns down, I think it's only black who's playing for the win. f3, defending from mate. Rook f8. Rook f8 because you want to capture this pawn on f5, but you don't want to allow them to attack you with this rook. Yeah, when you have battery on the f-file, then this pin doesn't work out. So king h1, going from this check, defending from mate, and knight h5. Also, like semi-aiming for g3 with check. So Leko moves king. And king h1. The best move was king f2, but king h1 is actually a big blunder, losing the game. And if you can think in this position, which move Anand made, and it's knight g3, forking the king and rook. So he has to take the piece, check. You cannot defend with the knight because rook f1 wins, and you can capture the rook with the knight. Then he goes back, check, and rook h4, using the spin of f3 knight. So he plays knight takes on h4, and black is queen up. Even though white has some compensation, but in this position it's just totally lost. Yeah, these 2 pieces don't coordinate, and after this move Leko resigned. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.